Hey, what's up everyone? New install video for you guys today. First one of its kind on YouTube that I believe with this particular product. But I am installing Liquivinyl side skirts on my Mustang. Like I said, there is no videos like this that I've seen myself, so I'm gonna wing it, and hopefully this is gonna be the go-to install video when you guys decide that some side skirts are gonna be the way to go for your guys' builds. Side skirts actually go right along the side over here, and obviously it's gonna go on the other side. So in the install video, I'll just be doing one side for you guys because it's gonna be the same thing on the other. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the tools you're gonna need, and we'll get started. All right, guys. So these are gonna be all the tools and materials you're gonna need to do the side skirt install. I'll just go in order. Liquivinyl is actually nice enough to provide you with the hardware you're gonna use, as far as washers, Loctite nuts, screws. They give you 20. I just have 10 here because this is for the one side. But they give you 20 of these. This is all you're gonna need in order, screws wise. You're not gonna have to go out your way to purchase anything. You're gonna need a measuring tape or like a ruler or something like this. You don't need a leveler. This is just what I'm using to measure in inches. You're gonna have a ratchet, and I apologize, I do not know the name of this particular attachment, but it is the star, and the size is T20, if that helps at all. A marker, Sharpie preferably, it could be any color, but black will work for me. Then you have a wrench, 7/16. This right here is to pop out the plastic tabs. If you've seen any of my other install videos, like my spoiler or my splitter, I actually used a fork, but I happen to get these to make my job a little easier. A fork will do, but these are just to make your job easier. You could use a flathead screwdriver as well. You need a drill bit for the pre-drilling you're gonna have to do to install the screws. Then you have your drill, obviously, and then you're gonna have an Allen attachment, which is size, has 4 on it, hex I believe. And then you're gonna need a jack stand, and that's it, guys. So this is all stuff that if you have a garage and you work on cars, normally you'll pretty much have everything you see here. So yeah, let's get started. Alright, so the first step is jacking up the car. You're asking yourself, what is the wood block for? Some of you probably already know. This is just so that I get a little bit more height with my jack stand. So yeah, let's go ahead and jack it up on one side. Alright, we already jacked it up a bit. Now this is where the jack stand is going to come in handy. And now you're just going to jack it down, and your jack stand will do the rest of the work. Alright, so as you see, there's the jack stand. And now the back, the rear control arm, I believe. And we're going to jack it up. We're going to use a piece of wood as well to give us more height. Perfect. So we're just going to jack it up, and you're going to actually leave the jack this time. You're not going to need, I mean, you could use another jack stand, but we're just going to leave the jack. Alright, so as you can see, that's jacked. So now we got the whole side of the car jacked up, and this is the setup we're going to use to do the rest of the install. Next thing we're going to do is, if you have this tool, we're going to remove the clips. Like I said, if you have a fork, that might help, or a flathead. So let me go ahead and get under the car and show you guys what we're going to do. So I'm giving you my point of view. We're going to go under the car, and there is these plastic clips all along the edge. So we got 1, 2, I'm not going to follow the camera when I count them, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7 or 8 of them. So we're going to go ahead and remove those with the tool. Here's an example of how we're going to remove them. There you go. They pop right out. So go ahead and do that to the rest of them. Next step is we are going to remove this. Looks like a little splash guard right here. That's attached to the original side skirt. So there's actually only one tab. I'll try to zoom in. We're just going to pop that out. There you go. And then you can either use a flathead screwdriver or try with your fingers to pop that one off. The one clip we popped out, it is a 2-piece. And there it is. Next, you're going to go ahead and get your ratchet. And you have 2 screws. One there, and the other one's right there. So go ahead and take both of those off. So here are the 2 screws that we took off. Just leaving them there so I don't lose them. Now, this plastic bracket should slide right off. There you go. And just put that to the side. Alright, so now we're going to grab your side skirt. go ahead and remove the plastic. You don't have to remove the whole thing, just so that it doesn't scratch. But I'll probably remove about a quarter for now, and then we'll just go ahead and move along. So, like I said, grab your side skirt. What we're gonna do is measure the length that we want the side skirt to be sticking out. So I actually want 2 inches, just because this is 2 inches over here. So I kind of want everything to look flush and even. All right, so I'm gonna try to make this as visible as I can, but I decided I'll go ahead and show you guys. So it's 2 inches. So we're gonna go underneath now. And this is your side skirt. So we know it's 2 inches perfectly here. So I'm gonna just grab my marker and mark it along. So I'm just gonna do one piece at a time, just so that I know it's perfectly even along the whole process. Now go ahead and take the side skirt off. And then now you see there is your line. So now, like I said, you do have 10 screws that they give you. So we're gonna go ahead and pre-drill. So I'll probably put one like right here, probably like 1 inch away from the line. You see a little mark, and then go so on and so forth. But I'll show you guys the pre-drill process. All right, so we know it's 2 inches. I already marked my line with the marker, but I'm gonna go underneath and make sure before we start pre-drilling. So it's lined up right there. So now we're gonna go ahead and pre-drill both through the side skirt and the original plastic. So you wanna make sure it went through both, which obviously did. And there you go. Take it off to make sure. We're winging it just because we're pretty confident on the distance, but if you're not that confident, I say from the Sharpie to the hole, it's about 1 inch away if you want to measure it. So now you're gonna grab the screw that it comes with. Right now we did not use the washer or the Loctite, but we're just putting it on by hand. And then what you do, you tilt the back of it. I'm not gonna be able to show you guys, but you're gonna guide it with your fingers. We just put the washer on, and now we're putting the Loctite over it, just finger tight. I apologize, I can't see this angle, but it is pretty tough to see. You can kind of see right there. So that's good enough for now. So now the next step is that we need to go ahead and grab the wrench. And now with the wrench, you're gonna go underneath again, and with the round part of the wrench, just lay it right over the nut. And it's gonna hold that in place, because now you're gonna need to switch out the drill bit with the Allen, just like that. So you got the Allen on, the wrench is on top holding the top nut. Now we're just screwing it on. And that's it, guys. Simple as that. Now remove the wrench, and we're gonna do this with all 10 screws along the whole side. So that's pretty much all you're gonna do. I'm not gonna show you each one just because it's literally the exact same thing. As you can see, don't mind the dirty car, but that's how it's gonna look. It's nice and tight. Now we're gonna do it to the rest of the car and remove the rest of the plastic. All right, so really quick, another tip. So right now we have just the one screw that you saw us just put on. There's no screws, but what we're gonna do, we wanna make sure that the other side is 2 inches as well. Just like this, because this is still 2 inches. So we're holding it in place, just making sure it's 2 inches. That's 2 inches right now. So what we're gonna do is grab our marker, and you're gonna pretty much just trace the bottom out just like I showed you before. That way we know at least both of the ends are exactly 2 inches, and we kind of want to follow that. But obviously we're just going to go in order as far as pre-drilling and putting all the screws. So we're going to start from left to right. So right now we're just going to pre-drill and put the screws on just like you saw with the first one. You just make sure the side skirt is aligned with the line itself, and then that way you're going to know the whole thing is 2 inches as far as sticking out along the whole car. So right now we're just pre-drilling 10 holes evenly spaced out. That way once all 10 holes are pre-drilled, we'll go ahead and grab our hardware and put them on just like you saw the first one. But at the same time, I'm holding it to make sure that this is always going to stay 2 inches. That way we know it's straight along the whole way. So we're just going to keep pre-drilling until we get to the end. Alrighty, so we saved the last pre-drilled hole for you guys. Even though we showed you the first time, decided why not. As you can see, we have the rest on. This is the 10th and final one. We're aligning it perfectly. Push it up a bit. That way, when you put your washer, right now we're just doing the washer. When we lift this part up underneath, and now we grab our Loctite nut, and with our finger, we're just gonna go ahead and put it on there a bit. And then we've got our wrench. We're just holding the nut with that. And now we're grabbing the drill at the same time as the wrench is being held with the nut. And we're tightening it up. So there you go, guys. There is all 10 of the hardware pieces that were given to us, or well, 20 in total, but the 10 for the one side. One more things we gotta do. So we gotta put these black clips, if you guys remember from the beginning, that we took off. We're gonna put them back on. It's super simple. I'll show you just one, and then you guys can do the rest yourself. So for example, here's one of them. It goes up like that. Slightly push them in because these screws are kind of brittle. But there you go. You're gonna put the rest back on, and then we'll show you what to do after that. All right, so now really the last and final step before we're able to jack it down and be finished. Okay, so this piece slides in. So you're gonna put it like this. He's kind of trying to work around me, so gotta bring the piece down a bit, and it slides right in. So right there, and then we're gonna use the ratchet with the attachment to put it back on. Lastly, you have that plastic piece that we took off from the back. All you're gonna need is just your hand to put them back on. So first, you put the pointed tip in, and you gotta make sure it's aligned. Then you push that back in, and that's it. You have the guard back on. All right, everyone, so we are all done with the install. I think it looks great in my opinion. Here's the other side as well. Definitely sets off the look of the car with the splitter. Quick disclaimer. So, I mean, obviously, if you can tell from here, it looks perfect, right? But the original side skirt that the S550 comes with from factory, I don't know if it's just my car or it's going to be all other S550s as well, but it actually has a natural curve to it. So the factory side skirt is actually curved, which in that case makes the side skirt towards the middle not 2 inches. But if you see right here, 2 inches perfectly right there, 2 inches perfectly there, and then the middle part, since it is curved, it's not 2 inches, it's like 1.5 inches, 1.25 inches. But we literally did a completely straight line. But after noticing, and it's not just on this side, it's on both sides as well, it is 2 inches perfectly from one end to the other. But from the, like, if you were to go look at your car right now, once you have the side skirt, you could definitely tell that the factory side skirt from Ford actually does have a curve to it. I don't know, I'm trying to get an angle for you guys. You can kind of tell it starts curving like that. But from the naked eye, I did not tell you. I mean, if you're just like at a show or something and just looking at the car, you would not be able to tell, honestly. It looks really good. I'm like, again, that's not Liquivinyl's fault. I measured their side skirts perfectly cut. It is just Ford, I mean, doing another Ford thing. But yeah, that's the natural curve on the side skirts from Ford. But other than that, I'm 100% satisfied with the product. I love the way it makes the car look. I'm excited to get some professional pictures taken. So if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, you should. My Instagram handle is the same as my YouTube, but you'll see it right here. That's it, guys. If you have any questions, concerns, or anything like that, feel free to leave a comment, message me on Instagram. If you want 10% off your any purchases from Liquivinyl, the code is right here again. that is for 10% off. That's it, guys. There is the side skirt install, all Liquivinyl aero. Very satisfied, and I hope this video helped.